Good morning, everyone. How are you? It's Friday. At last, it's Friday. Happy Friday to you all. It's May 17th. And we have no shout outs today. The song I'd like to do today comes from an artist who's not very well known. Not many people know about this guy. But he held a storied legacy from the San Francisco psychedelic era. He was the original drummer for the Jefferson Airplane on their very first album. He wrote the song My Best Friend, which is on the second Airplane album. He was in Moby Grape. He was a guitar player, songwriter. He wrote Omaha. He wrote Motorcycle Irene. A lot of great Moby Grape tunes. And he was in an early incarnation of Quicksilver Messenger Service. So the San Francisco sound is indebted to Skip Spence, Alexander Skip Spence. And after his kind of crazy leaving of Moby Grape, apparently he was doing a lot of drugs, and on top of being influenced by the drugs, he was mentally ill, schizophrenic, bipolar, however, I don't really even know how they diagnosed him. But he threatened to kill one of the bandmates with an axe and all kinds of stuff. So he floated in and out of Moby Grape for the next 4 or 5 years, and in 1969 he made this solo album. It was the only album he ever put out under his name. It was called Oar, like an oar to a rowboat. And it was a very, very strange album. He played all the instruments, and it had a lot of really strange lyrics. Really, you could tell that the drugs were influencing his brain. And but nonetheless, it was a pretty cool album. And it was well respected by a lot of musicians who came later. There was a tribute album where they put together this same album with guest artists. Robert Plant did a version of one of his songs. Alejandro Escovedo. Mark Lanigan ended up doing this song that I'm going to sing today. So it was he was an interesting guy, to say the least. He died very young. He died at the age of 52 from, the drugs caught up with him, and he was ill and just wasn't taking care of himself. But a very interesting artist with a great legacy in San Francisco. So here's Skip Spence and Cripple Creek. A cripple on his deathbed, in a daydream he did ride, all past the streams of fire, on a pedal path did glide. He left his wheelchair spinning deeper in the mud. In it set his memories in its body and its blood. An angel came to greet him, by his side she flew, whispered as a part of him what he already knew. His head was spinning freely, right there was gone for good, but he couldn't see his loved one like he thought he should. Thought if they were gone, said he, this cannot be true. For the search to find what wasn't there has brought him back to you. Skip Spence and Cripple Creek. And check out that Ore album if you're able to stream and all that stuff. You know, it'll bend your brain a little bit, that's for sure. So that's it for today. See you guys back here tomorrow. Stay safe out there and keep on the sunny side. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.